a lot of people, one, even though they're like smiling, doesn't mean that they're okay. And I think when you're in a hockey club, you might be really excited to go to training and like you put a brave face on for an hour and a half, and then as soon as you leave, you can go back home and just be like super low again. Like you don't know how someone's feeling. So the fact that people are kind of looking at this and are willing to open up, are willing to use it, I think is just so positive, because you just don't know what's happening in someone else's life. You don't know what's happening at home. And I think as well, for like other clubs, you might find it intimidating speaking about mental health, and you might be like, oh, I don't want to go on the topic of mental health, I don't know suicide, I don't know about self-harm. Like it's not scary. Like you don't know who you're going to be impacted by just asking a question. I'm at Watsonians just now, so after I finished in my masters, I went to Watsonians, and I generally love it there. I think it's amazing. It's such a great community. But at the moment, for the past year, me and the president have been creating a role called a diversity and inclusive officer. What we're kind of doing with it is like looking at the wider community and seeing what we can change within our club to make sure that it's accessible and inclusive to everyone, because you don't know how someone identifies, you don't know what they're going through, and it's kind of, for example, we're trying to make sure that whatever maybe hurdle is in the way of them joining a hockey club is kind of diminished, because we were looking into, for example, religion. Like for example, I was brought up Muslim, and when I was kind of growing up, it was kind of long sleeves, long leggings, and sometimes you weren't comfortable because you were the odd one out. So it's making sure that actually what we're putting in place makes people feel comfortable to come here and comfortable to stay, and like making that environment inclusive to everyone. And I think with mental health, if you don't feel included, if you don't feel like you're accepted in a community, one, you're not going to go because you don't want to put your mental health through that. And if you do go, feeling unaccepted, like not accepted, could then impact your mental health. So it's how your club kind of accepts people will affect their mental health and whether they will keep coming back or not. So I think for every club out there, it might be really daunting at the start to be like, oh my God, I don't want to add a new role in. But like, for example, at Watsonians, we're taking time, we're making sure we're doing it right, and we're kind of looking at it in a way that, what can we do to make sure it's inclusive to everyone, so then they can get the benefits of sport that benefits your mental health, because we've all experienced it. So hopefully by just kind of including that, it can expand it further.